Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and today we're doing a special video. So, last weekend was Pro Tour Aether Revolt, and the deck of the tournament was Mardu Vehicles. So every Pro Tour, I do a by the numbers article that looks at all these different numbers, conversion rates, and how many people got to this point level and that point level. And when I looked at all the numbers, my conclusion was that Mardu Vehicles was the best Pro Tour deck of the Mythic era. That doesn't mean it's the best deck, but it had the best Pro Tour performance. And the example I used was since Caw Blade, because Caw Blade is kind of the traditional, best Pro Tour performance ever. And when I said that, a few people said, well, you should actually test it out and see. So today I'm joined by Richard, and we're going to battle out, I guess, the two best Pro Tour decks of the Mythic era by the data. So I'm going to be playing Caw Blade. Richard, you are going to be playing Mardu Vehicles. So before we get to the match, what's your prediction, Richard? What do you think's going to happen?
So when you think of great cards like Jace the Mind Sculptor, and you think about their rivals or arch nemesis, you obviously think Toolcraft Exemplar. I don't know if people are smoking this. It does not seem good. The Caw Blade deck looks like a legacy deck or a modern deck that can actually compete. Whereas all of our good cards in Mardu Vehicles, Heart of Kirans, Gideons, they get hit by Spell Pierce, a one-mana counter spell. So I don't think it's going to be particularly close, but maybe it'll happen. Maybe Scrap Heat Scrounger is just too much. Maybe the recursion and kind of the blanking of the Wrath of Gods is enough, but I don't know. I think Caw Blade's got the upper hand here.
I mean, it's hard to vote against Caw Blade because on paper it just has so many ridiculously powerful cards, but based on the Pro Tour itself, it didn't seem like control decks had a really good time fighting against Mardu Vehicles, so that's why I'm nervous. Is Caw Blade a better control deck than anything that was at Pro Tour Aether Revolt? Almost certainly. Is that enough to swing the matchup in its favor? We'll have to wait and see. So I'm actually really interested. If I was going to predict, I would say that Caw Blade is probably going to win, but I'm not expecting a blowout. I think it's actually going to be closer. We'll see what happens. The match itself is Pro Tour style, so best of 5, no sideboarding for the first 2 games. So game 3 will be the first sideboarded game, and so we're going to give it a shot and see what happens. So it looks like I won the die roll, and I will play first, and yeah, I guess this is what you want, pretty much.
Well, I have a 0-lander.
Also worth noting, we are playing the literal Pro Tour decks. Richard's playing the deck that won the Pro Tour Aether Revolt. I'm playing the Caw Blade list that won Pro Tour Paris with Ben in the hands of Ben Stark. So this is like pre-Batter Skull, so kind of an earlier version of the deck. So it's worth being aware of that. So I'm going to lead on Preordain, a card that's too good for Modern. I guess we keep both of these and pass the turn.
I think I've lost already. If you preordain and keep both on top, what am I supposed to do about that? Well, best card to start with, Toolcraft Exemplar.
That is pretty aggressive.
Here's the thing: your Caw Blades, your Skyhawk. Your Squadron Hawks can kill like half the stuff in my deck.
Oh, that's true.
Veteran Motorist, this Toolcraft Exemplar that's not powered up yet.
So apparently in the Pro Tour decks, I have 2 choices of equipment. Man, this one's more powerful, but I almost think that the Solvek Lifestaff is better against an aggressive deck, so I'm going to go with that one and pass the turn.
Oh boy. Not what I wanted to see.
Heart of Kieran number 3.
Well, I wish I had a Heart of Kieran. You're tapped out, no Spell Pierce. Yeah, we pass with our sad RV of standard All-Stars.
I'll just play a land, pass the turn.
Okay, I need to read what this Life Staff actually does. Wait, you actually got this Life Staff instead of a sword?
Yeah, it's 1 mana, 1 to equip. Creature gets +1/+0, and when the equipped creature dies, I gain 3 life.
Well, time to find out if you have the good old Spell Pierce. Or Mana Leak.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh,
the problem is I have no pressure. I can't really play around it and do anything.
Yeah. That's got to be better than putting a life staff into play with Stoneforge.
You have colonnades. How does this deck?
That's
See,
what.
here's the difference. I think Caw Blade is just a really good deck that smashed the Pro Tour. Mardu Vehicles was a really good meta call that smashed the Pro Tour.
One of the things that has struck me is how similar the mana base was back when Caw Blade was a deck to what it is now. Creature lands and fast lands. What are the odds that we have the same dual land cycles? Oh, that was a punt on my part. I should have put the life staff into play. I don't think it's going to punish me.
Jace time? Oh my God.
Not Jace.
Okay, can't beat Gideon either.
Your hand has been pretty bad though on the mulligan, so
All right, there's hope. If I draw an artifact here, any artifact, that is not an artifact. That is another land.
uh,
Oh, and now the Stoneforge gets to wreck. Oh my God. Things are not going well here. I actually need black mana for the saddest unlicensed disintegration of all time.
oh, that would have been really good if you had an artifact. I think that would have
Yeah.
killed Gideon, wouldn't it? Altogether, 3, 4, 5. Yeah,
Would have took out
jeez.
Gideon, and now I can't even keep up with Gideon's +2 at this rate.
Oh, well, this is gonna make it even more challenging.
Oh, okay.
And I guess we're just gonna see if we can close out this game before you draw anything relevant. And I guess we'll play the life staff. Shields down if you got the Heart of Kieran. Oh my.
Okay, this hand is actually pretty bad.
Oh, that's
It
so
was
much.
actually 3 lands, 2 creatures, and unlicensed disintegration, I think, and then I just drew all lands.
Yeah, that's not gonna get it done. And
Oh
I'm
my God.
playing Legacy over here.
Are you still a believer in Mardu Vehicles, Seth? Look at what you're doing. Look what I'm doing.
Oh man, this deck is so sweet. So I get to put back 2 cards I don't want. Squadron Hawk to shuffle them away. We'll just get 1 Hawk for man. This deck was really insane. I'm forgetting how awesome this deck was,
You basically did a legacy brainstorm there.
and I can do it for
Okay.
more lands.
Inspiring Vantage.
Well, I think if you don't have removal, I actually just get to close out the game here. Thanks to the life staff. See, I was planning 7 turns ahead. I knew that I needed that 1 damage. Oh, well, so far your blowout prediction is looking good, but your hand was so bad.
It wasn't actually that bad though. Like I don't know.
I don't think you ever want to have 7, 8 lands, whatever you ended up with. Like that's just so many for your deck.
But before I flooded, I still wasn't doing anything useful. So that was the problem. All right. Man, this mana base. Okay. We will keep.
I'll keep. So no sideboarding for this game, even though it's game 2.
So we start off with the good old 1/2.
Yup. Well, there's your artifact. That's just Colonnade, pass the turn.
Um, that is interesting. All right, we will play the only card that has a chance of doing something useful in this match, Heart of Kieran, because your cards weren't even designed with vehicles in mind.
That is very true. Alright. Colonnade go.
Oh,
Bit of a slow start.
we might make it. We might make it. Raven Inspector.
This is crew 3, so you're getting there. One
Oh, I'm getting there.
one Raven Inspector at a time.
Crew 3. Oh, we got a clock.
Yup, down to 14. Alright, we'll play the planes. I guess we'll just Squadron Hawk. At least that's a good chump blocker. Just grab 1 Hawk and pass turn.
Ooh. Okay. So wait, next turn you're probably just gonna Wrath. So I can just get rid of this thing with a shock. I'm gonna Spell Pierce that.
No. I'm not.
Alright.
So I'm taking 4, 5, assuming you have no creatures. All right. Down to 9.
So I assume you're gonna play 4 mana Wrath, and we're gonna learn if 4 mana Wrath is enough to stop Mardu Vehicles. Yep, here we go. A draw
That
card.
so Heart of Kirin survives, and we actually had this conversation during the Pro Tour over whether a 4 mana Wrath would be something that would beat the deck. So now we get to see in practice. The question is, if you can crew Heart of Kirin here, then I would think you're probably still pretty favored. If you can't, then that Wrath might be enough.
So we'll see if you have a second Wrath. That's the big fear here.
Oh, Pia Nalar puts 2 bodies out there. That's a pretty good recovery card from a Wrath.
Oh, you're at 5. Come on, we can do it, Mardu Vehicles. You don't have Sphinx's Rev. Oh, you have the Life Staff. But other than that, you can't gain life.
Well,
Just tap up for Jace.
I do have the second Wrath,
Okay, we're still good. We're still
but
good.
I don't know if that's going to be enough to win here. Veteran Motorist beats me. DePaula beats me.
No veteran motorists. Or wait a minute. I can try to get a veteran motorist.
Saxiclu.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Toolcraft Exemplar. What are the odds you have like another Wrath? I'm gonna say low.
Oh boy. It's a little crazy that your 2 mana vehicle beats my Celestial Colonnade or trades with it.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Oh my god. I got screwed by Moto.
Yeah, I guess that's fitting. That was basically like what we saw at the Pro Tour, right?
Wait, do I need to hold priority? Because at beginning of combat, I have to hold priority, right?
You should.
Because I pressed OK on the Toolcraft Exemplar trigger, and then it just passed through.
Oh, maybe you do
So
have
I
to
still
hold
have to
priority.
priority there.
Well, I'm gonna assume I'm at 1 because we want to play this properly.
But this is what
Wow.
happened at the Pro Tour. What are you talking about?
I
Properly is exactly this. Oh
so
no.
I'm at 1. I did not have this, but I peeled the third Wrath off the top of my deck right there. I'll play an island. Oh man. The problem now is I'm dead to Unlicensed Disintegration, but I think I'm also dead to any 3-power creature if you have Heart of Kirin, so I gotta play the Squadron Hawk. Get the rest of my Hawks out of the deck. So I'm in a virtual one for the viewers. Let's see what happens, or a literal one, not virtual. Can you get the last point of damage? Shock kills me, Unlicensed Disintegration, there's so many things that kill me here.
Let's see. So I think we should just play it like normal. In which case, let's see. Target artifact creature. So I can crew and then you get to chump, or I can crew and then I can just hit you with the Heart of Kiran and then get rid of my clue token. So let's crew.
So you wanna play like the actual life total is posted then?
Yeah, because that's how the rules were, right? I mean,
Okay. Okay, yeah, I guess technically that's true.
I mean that literally did happen at the Pro Tour. So
That is a good argument in favor of it.
all right, so target creature can't block. Sacrifice an artifact. Do I want the clue or do I want the Thopter? Because next turn you're just gonna play a billion Squadron Hawks. I need to believe in the heart of the cards.
That doesn't help. Well, Squadron Hawk, no more Hawks to find. Squadron Hawk number 4. Seachrome Coast, no attacking. So this is target creature. Okay, target creature can't block, so it doesn't make it unblockable. So it's going to be hard for you to get in the damage that way.
So I think you need. If I play this, you need double Spell Pierce to live. Let's see if you have double Spell Pierce.
Oh, do you have? Nope. I do have a mana leak, but unless you forget to pay somehow.
Yes.
And that does it.
So I'm still not sure how I'm supposed to crew Heart Kiran with with the Toolcraft Exemplar. I think I gotta hold control as I click on its trigger. Is that?
I guess I don't know. I don't play many vehicle decks.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you had to do that. I thought it would work normally, but apparently it does not. So I would next time I would hold control and maintain priority, and
All
that
right.
should make sure that it works.
So we're going sideboard now.
We are going sideboard, and you just won with Mardu Vehicles after 3 Wraths.
Three rats and a punt.
Yeah, and it still won. So I think being on the play seems pretty big for your deck. And one thing I'm realizing is I don't really have spot removal. Like, my removal is Spell Pierce and Mana Leak. So if you can slip something through. So I think playing the tap land on turn 1 when I could have played an untap land, actually that might have been the difference in the entire game there. So it's because I don't have a good way of getting stuff off the battlefield in the main deck after it slips through my counters. I do have some good sideboard options. I guess we bring this in as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go down that. Even this is probably pretty bad. Not getting rid of that. Maybe this is the setup. What else do we go down? Maybe go 2? And oh man, that's gotta be. I gotta have all 3. Sideboarding in this deck is more challenging than I thought it would be. Yeah, let's go one of those maybe. And all right, we'll go 2. All right, try it like that. Did you have much in your sideboard? You don't have to tell me the cards, but did you feel like you had much of a sideboard for this matchup?
I have stuff to go bigger, but I don't know that if that's where I want to be. I don't have stuff to go more aggressive.
All right, we'll keep this. I mean, anything with untap land preordain has got to be a keeper, right?
Could be anything.
Even a land. Do we want both of these? We definitely want this. Yeah, we'll keep both. Good enough. Pass turn.
Planes. I'm F8ing. We're playing Commander now.
Wow, no 1-drop.
I could bluff, I guess, Fragmentize.
All right, we'll just play the Colonnade tapped and pass the turn.
All right, here's a card that I predict you'll have trouble dealing with. So we'll see if it's enough.
More lands. Well, I think this is one of my better sideboard cards in the matchup, but it doesn't line up that well with Scrap Heap in specific.
Oh, here's the problem. You can always hold Spell Pierce. And Spell Pierce is so good against my deck. Well, I guess the Scrounger gets in there.
Yup.
You don't have like a Force Spike in your deck, right? Well,
Spell Pierce is the only 1-mana counter.
we will play Thalia. Maybe slow you down a bit. Maybe you're holding a Wrath, but a Glacial Fortress.
We'll charge up Ratchet Bomb. Well, this is a little sad because of Scrap Heap Scrounger, but I think we're just going to fire off the Wrath.
All right, here it is. Here's our time to shine. Oh wait, can I even do this? Oh, I can. Oh, thank God for Aether Hub.
Your mana base is a little sketchy without an artifact. Oh.
Mr. Gideon. You also have a Gideon, which would stop this Gideon.
Can I Ratchet Bomb up to 4? Oh man, that's so sad. Oh, my hand.
Are you gonna play a Jace into a Gideon?
No, I can't do that. Oh, what do we do here? That's probably a bad. All right. Oh man. All right, Stoneforge Mystic. I have 2 equipment in my deck in both, and I'm not going to search for some reason. Let's leave it at that. I'll equip up this Life Staff and pass the turn.
So I guess you're holding Spell Pierce. You have a Ratchet Bomb on 2. So what does this thing do? So it gets +1/+0 when something dies, you gain 3 life.
When the equipped creature dies, yeah.
Yeah, uh, I'm fine with that.
Maybe I should have left that Ratchet Bomb on 0. It's a lot of knight allies. I guess we take it for now.
Play a Heart of Kiran.
Oh boy.
I tapped my mana wrong, so I have to pay a life.
Oh dear.
If this one life somehow comes back to haunt me. Are you actually going for Gideon with the Ratchet?
We're gonna get there. I swear. Oh, everything feels so bad about this. Alright, play a Gideon. Which Gideon do you think is better in general?
I actually really like Gideon Jura, but I mean, for standard and aggressive decks, I mean, Ally Zendikar is pretty good.
I guess we'll pass the turn. I don't know if I can keep my Gideon alive no matter what.
So this is interesting. So you're gonna pump up Ratchet Bomb, kill Gideon, so I can cash in for Knight. I can +1 Gideon and just smash face. Or I could just Emblem Gideon. But if I Emblem Gideon, I won't be able to crew Heart of Kiran with Gideon himself. So everything has to attack Gideon, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Gideon gets to assassinate something. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna probably just Emblem. But then if I Emblem, Gideon doesn't actually die. Because you can chomp, and then, oh wait. So this cruise, you take 3,
I
8.
think
Oh,
it,
Gideon does die.
I think it does die even with jumping.
So we will Emblem then. You get an Emblem.
Yup.
I think you can't deal with flyers, so I will play an Aether Spear Harvester.
Oh, these vehicles. They're so bad for my deck.
We shall. I guess we'll use the Toolcraft Exemplar to cruise, since the Stoneforge Mystic can. Actually, you can't trade with anything. Never mind, because I get +1 toughness as well. All right, I did not expect this to happen, but it's happening.
Oh dear.
Attack Gideon Jura with everything.
Yup. Can't really do anything about that. Ooh, that was an interesting draw. Oh, we could do that, but then do we just die? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We'd be done to any removal? Is that it? Oh, that can't be worth it. But we don't have any other creatures. I'm not sure what to do here. I'm realizing that the equipment package was not as dominating as it was. This is sort of Body and Mind, so before sort of Feast and Famine was printed, if I had sort of Feast and Famine, it would be much easier to like play a sword, attack, untap all my lands, and still do something. So I think the deck got better a little bit later, although this is still the deck that dominated the Pro Tour. Alright, I guess we just gotta do this. Oh, it feels so bad. So, get in with Stoneforge.
Oh, Wrath.
Yeah. I think that's our only real option. Gain 3 life. Way to go, Life Staff.
Interesting. Are you dead? You're not dead.
From 18? That's a scary consideration.
Yeah, don't worry about that. So I guess we will get back a Scrounger.
Yup.
We'll play another Scrounger.
Oh, Lord.
Crew this thing. Crew this thing. Just swing for a potential 9 right after a Wrath. There goes the harvester.
Yeah, I got to get rid of one of them. I don't know if that's enough though. 13, 4, 8. Oh, that's exactly 13. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
That tech edge.
Get your Spire of Industry there. Well, oh my god, this is so bad. I wait, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh man. I think I should just scoop. Well, my only way of staying alive is to chump block a Scrap Heap Scrounger with Celestial Colonnade, which is not a winning line in the long run.
Veteran motorist. Make sure we get more gas. Put on bottom, put on bottom. Crew.
Man, vehicles and Scrap Heap Scroungers are
Yeah, they don't even come into play tapped, so you can just bring them back and crew right away.
pretty good against my deck. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm drawing dead, but
Are you really doing this? Are you really getting a colonnade to block?
people always yell at me for scooping too early, so
To chump, nonetheless. Trade with a scrap heat scrounger.
yeah, we got him. 1, 2,
This deck is doing it.
All right, that does it. Let's see if we can get this sideboarding correct. Maybe I just need to. Oh, that's a sorcery. Jeez, I don't know. Maybe Mardu Vehicles really has a good matchup against Caw Blade of all things.
If Caw Blade can't beat it, can an actual standard control deck beat this? That is the question.
So, what would I'll ask you after the match. Are you scared of Ratchet Bomb? Should I be bringing those in?
Depends what you take out. Because, I mean, it could be good, but I don't know that it's that good.
Yeah.
Because I have stuff along the entire curve, but I mean, it is your out to Gideon or Gideon tokens, so I don't know.
I have to say, so far, having 4-mana Wrath has not just been the solution to all life's problems. We've definitely been firing off Wraths and still losing.
Well, you triple wrathed that game, and it still didn't work.
All right, let's try it like this. We do get to be on the play, which hopefully helps.
I think being on the play is a big deal. Because you can actually mana leak my 2-drops. So you're on the play, right?
Yes, I should be on the play. All right, we'll try this. Tap land, go. There's the Toolcraft. Oh, get the 1/1s out there.
It blocks veteran motors. Makes me very sad.
Blocks Toolcraft if you don't have an artifact.
Ah, this mana base. Well, good news for you.
Yep, there's the Thraben Inspector.
Preordained. Oh no.
Did find the Ratchet Bomb, which hopefully will help here. Assuming you didn't bring in Fragmentize.
Swing in there.
I think we're actually just going to chump with this Squadron Hawk.
We're gonna do the thing you don't want to see us doing, which is just cluing on the turn. Play this thing.
Alright, feeling a little better. So we will charge up our Ratchet Bomb. Good old tap land. So let's preordain.
Oh, too many preordains. Getting nervous now.
And we'll keep that. And let's play a Squadron Hawk. Probably should have sequenced that differently, but it didn't end up mattering with the scrying. Pestern.
So, I guess you can just trade, or you just ratchet bomb.
Oh, well, I will trade if I have the option.
Okay. Take that. We'll play Thraben Inspector because I didn't expect you to trade. This Ratchet Bomb is really getting there.
You have a lot of 1-drops in there.
Right,
Oh, jeez.
We'll force your hand here.
Well, alright. I have a plan that I like here. We will play a Jace.
Oh my god.
I do want land, so let's brainstorm with Jace. Ooh, hoo 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 hoo. I like that one. Put back that because of that. And I guess we'll put this on top. Play that and pass the turn.
I don't think this deck plays any hasty creatures.
Do you have the 4-drop Fleet Wheel Cruiser? Is that in this deck or no? I didn't actually look at the list.
I do not believe so.
Okay.
Well, maybe you'll forget to use Ratchet Bomb.
We're going to blow the Ratchet Bomb. Keep the Jace alive.
So I guess we're going to Thalia here,
Okay.
and then Toolcraft.
Yup, that works.
And now we eat a Wrath.
This sounds really weird, but I think what we want to do here is bounce Thalia, play a Stoneforge, get our Life Staff, play a Squadron Hawk, and pass the turn. That way we have untapped blockers. Unlicensed Disintegration does get Jace here, though.
We don't have an artifact.
Oh, that's true.
So I guess we play this. Yep.
Is it
These
worth it?
conditional counter spells.
Alright, yeah, it resolves. I don't think making you tap out there is necessarily worth it. Maybe it was.
Attack Jace.
Now let's just double block.
Sure. So trading my Toolcraft Exemplar for 1 1/4 cards. Not even. Like your Stoneforge is probably only half a card.
That's still a trade up, though.
Yeah, theoretically.
Alright, brainstorm with Jace. Let's find some action. Put that back. We know about Unlicensed Disintegration, sort of. Which means probably shouldn't do that. Alright, let's just put those two back. Probably no point in Tech Edge. So we will... Oh. Still mistapping, though. Play Squadron Hawk. Nothing to find, but we get a shuffle. Play Glacial Fortress. Play the Life Staff. Equip the Life Staff. And pass the turn.
Ooh. That's pretty good.
Oh dear.
Do. Selfless Spirit.
Yikes. Yep. Resolves. So Thalia, Unlicensed Disintegration, and Unknown.
Attack Jace. Is there any reason I need to gain life? I don't believe so.
Let's see. Let's do this. I don't think it works, but worth a shot.
So I need to do this to make sure I get my trigger. So I guess I shoot Squadron Hawk, and then
Haha. Gain 3 life.
So I don't want to redirect to Jace because the Inventor's Apprentice is going to kill Jace. And, oh wait, should I just sack Selfless Spirit?
No.
What happens? It's still cruise, right? It's crude. It's good, right?
Yeah, it stays a creature till the end of your turn. Yeah. No matter what.
We'll just do it. Do you still gain life? You still gain life.
I think I should. I'm pretty sure.
We need to keep the Harvester alive because you have a hard time dealing with it. Whereas you can probably just kill the Selfless Spirit at any point.
Oh, that 1, 2, 3.
Gideon.
Well, let's see.
Oh my god.
I've had had that in my hand. I was trying to get the unlicensed disintegration. If you have a second one, you have a second one. Otherwise, it should be pretty good.
Well, unfortunately, Seth.
Oh no! Oh.
Oh, this feels good. How about that spell pierce?
Yeah. At least it tapped you out, I guess. I don't think it's gonna get any more value at this point in the game. You've been playing around it so long.
It turns out there's enough pressure to play around spell pierce. I thought I wouldn't be able to play around spell pierce, but it's only a 3/5. It's no Gideon emblemed Heart of Current.
Tapland.
Are we really battling through like Ratchet Bomb, Jace, Stoneforge, Caw, Squadron Hawks? Uh-oh, here comes Gideon. Oh, another Jace.
Alright, this time we are going to go up the ladder with Jace.
You fate sealing me?
Yeah, I'm going to face heal. You know what? I think you can keep that one. Oh, jeez. Why does... Hang on. I didn't turn off my phone. Alright. So Fate Seal, we'll play Seachrome Coast, pass turn. Gotta keep the Jace alive somehow. Oh, there's the Scrounger.
Scrounger, crew, attack everything at Jace.
Alright. I do have another one of those.
Oh my god.
Jace lives. I feel we might be stabilizing. We're close at least.
So if you have a Wrath, I'm sad. You can bounce, and then I can't really kill Jace. So I think we just play into the Wrath.
Alright, we're gonna go up. You can keep that.
Oh,
and yes, you predicted it.
Because you fate sealed, that's not good.
And you can't get back Scrounger yet. So I think this is a position Caw Blade wants to be in now. Pretty much.
I don't know why I need all my lands. Maybe you'll play like 5 artifacts and I can release the gremlins.
Well, I guess we just keep going up with Jace. Sure, you can have that. And this might close the door. Take care of those pesky scrap heaps coming back from the graveyard at the end of my turn.
Do I even want to bring back the Scrounger at this point? What are my outs? I need like Heart of Current or Gideon. I don't think I want to bring back Scrounger yet because it's just gonna die. Yeah, it's fire.
Yeah, being on the wrong end of getting fate sealed is pretty rough.
I can't shuffle too, whereas in older formats, you have the ability to shuffle to try to get out of the fate seal.
Well, I think we're just gonna, instead of trying to win with Gideon, I think since we know the top card of your deck, you can only get back Scrounger that can't block. This is a 2-turn clock. The math is good.
Yep. It's a land surprise.
Well, let's do it one more time. Fire up our colonnade. Fire up Gideon. And... Whew, alright, we force a game 3, but Vehicles is going to be on the play.
Wait, this is game... We're going to game 5, right?
Or game 5, yeah, I'm used to game 3 being the last game. Going to game 5 and Vehicles are on the play. Whew, come on, good hand. Alright, I mean, if this hand doesn't beat Mardu Vehicles, then the deck is good.
What? That seems like a pretty good hand then. Let's see. I think we keep this.
How many 1-drops? Alright, the Motorist. Scries. Ooh, double top, yikes.
Top.
Well, we're only taking 1, though, because there's no artifact.
No. Interesting.
Yeah. No anything.
Okay. So what does that mean? You have a mana leak? Do you still have mana leaks in the deck at this point? That's very interesting. We have spell pierces. Having the turn 4 Wrath actually changes how I play. Because if it was a turn 5 Wrath, I don't have to worry about committing to the board. But at this point, no, no Stoneforge, no Squadron Hawk. What do you have in your hand? Just all counter spells? That's so weird.
Can't tell you. It's a secret.
Very confused. Well, we're going to Heart of Kiran.
Alright, well, you get to know what one of my cards are.
Yep, as expected. But we're still getting in there for 4.
Yeah,
bad.
that's still a big amount of damage. I don't know why there's a Misty Rainforest in this deck, honestly. It's like an island that makes me pay a life and shuffle. Yep.
Oh, Pia made it.
Pia gets down. So I'm taking 6 to 9, 8, because I got to crack this fetch. Wow, this is going to be interesting.
You get a Wrath.
Yeah, we'll crack now.
If one of these was a Needle Spires, oh my god, it'd be so good.
Yep, I have the 4-mana Wrath, so do that, pass the turn. Let's see what this next turn or two looks like. Oh, it's Gideon. Yup.
Create a Knight Ally. Can you get through Gideon? Oh, are you playing your own Gideon?
I am. So
okay,
hopefully
that's okay.
This keeps me alive for a turn at least.
So if I could plus Gideon. Gideon becomes a 5/5. That's 7 damage to your Gideon.
But it has 8 loyalty. It lives.
I could just make another token, and then if you Wrath, I'm gonna be very sad. Oh man, Gideon is like so annoying. Well, we're gonna play our Heart of Kiran. We know that.
Yep.
So you can untap Jace, you can untap Baneslayer, untap, just play a bunch of Caw Blade dudes. Do I make the Knight token or do I attack? I think I just make Knight tokens.
Alright.
And then I hit Gideon Jura and pass.
Alright, so we play this. Alright, let's think about this. So Gideon goes up to 8. Heart of Kiran is 4. Unlicensed Disintegration would be 3. Where we go down to 4. What do we do? Maybe we go the other direction. Alright, let's do... Wow, this is risky. Okay, so... Wait, do we just lose if I do this? Probably. Let me... 1, 2... That's... Well, alright. Yes, maybe. Alright, I think we gotta do this. So, oust.
Are you serious?
Your Knight Ally.
Okay.
So,
man, my token is 2 from the top of my library, but it can't be there, so it's gone.
I'm still not sure how to do this. So we can kill the Knight Ally, and then then Gideon kills Gideon. Well, Gideon plus any creature kills Gideon. Unlicensed Disintegration is the card that makes this so complicated. That's the problem card. And I don't know, maybe we just lose to Unlicensed Disintegration no matter what we do. I think we do. If we kill that, Unlicensed Disintegration, I guess we'd be at 1. Okay. I guess we don't lose doing it this way. But you still have a Gideon. There's a Baneslayer.
Oh no, Baneslayer's first strike, lifelink. Oh boy.
And then I think to play it safe, we're just going to plus Gideon. I think this guarantees it takes a weird combination of cards for us to die next turn.
Oh, I really need Unlicensed Disintegration off the top.
If there is no unlicensed disintegration, then
Oh
we
no.
might be
That wasn't
favored.
unlicensed disintegration.
Ooh, we only need like a hit or two with Baneslayer to sort of stabilize. And
Hmm.
if Richard can't kill it, he has to attack with the knight so we get to gain life right away.
Why is Baneslayer so good? It's not only 5/5, but it's first strike.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's my one card that actually can shut down a Heart of Kieran in the air.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to do this. So, remove a loyalty, crew this thing up,
Okay.
+1 Gideon, and then everyone attacks Gideon, including Gideon.
Well, we'll just block Heart of Kieran.
All right, you gain a bunch of life. And then I will play my second Heart of Kieran.
Oh, they just keep coming.
And I'm okay with you wrathing right now, so I'll play this thing.
Alright, play this. Tick up Gideon. Attack Gideon.
No, I screwed this up again. uh, I forgot. I didn't put a stop to to crew my Heart of Kieran.
Oh no, you're gonna chump?
Yeah, I was gonna jump, but that is unfortunate. Man, good thing the Pro Tour wasn't played on Moto.
Well, maybe my follow-up will make you feel a little better.
Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. Are you gonna Wrath now, please?
I'll strip mine, yeah.
Sure. Can't stop these Bane Slayers. I guess no, even running licensed disintegrations is gonna be rough. Oh no, and all these guys get a suicide in.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't think that actually mattered
Yeah,
because I would have chomped, and then now you just kill Gideon with your Bane Slayers.
having two Baneslayers in my sideboard and drawing both of them in the game 5 is pretty good, especially since I managed to just barely live long enough to actually do it. Might as well hawk it up. But I'm feeling pretty good about where we're at now.
So what I need is Cataclysm.
That would do it.
Yeah, I think we're dead here. Wait, did you not actually plus Gideon last turn?
I think I did. I think it was down to 1. All right, let's just go for it. If something goes wrong, I don't think it can go that wrong at this point. Well, I have to say that last game, it ended up looking bad in the end, but there was really a time there when if you just had an unlicensed disintegration in your hand, I think I just lost like on the spot. So it was, even though it looked bad in the end, that game was really close. So what was your impression of the matchup overall, Richard?
It was actually really close. I thought it was going to be a blowout in Caw Blade's favor, but I felt I was in every single game. Maybe if we played differently, if someone played better, the outcomes could have switched, but I thought they were all pretty close. And I don't know, I actually think Mardu Vehicles might be favored. Like, it could get there. It's close enough that you would test more, that you wouldn't just say like this deck is better than the other deck, which I did not expect at all. I expected to get run over, and really your sideboard cards kind of got you there. Your Oust, your 1-mana removal, your Bane Slayers, and your artifact removal. So it was actually pretty close, and I did not expect that at all. So I guess 2017 card design holds up pretty well, and the power creep manages to put Jace the Mind Sculptor at bay.
Yeah, I am just amazed because as far as standard decks go, Caw Blade has got to be one of the best standard control decks there has ever been. And it just shows the power of the vehicle's mechanic. And I guess some of the other cards that go with them, the powerful 1-drop, Scrap Heap Scrounger being recursive, but even against, at least in the Mythic era, since let's say Shards of Alara, when they started making Mythics, even fighting the best control deck that has been in standard in the last 5, 7, 10 years, those cards were still really good. Like, I felt like if you got a Heart of Kirin on turn 2, I was all of a sudden just super behind. Like, oh yeah, I can Wrath twice, even 3 times, and you just have these vehicles that are always sitting there, and if you have a Scrap Heap Scrounger, it's even worse because that's like a free crewing of your vehicle whenever you want to post-Wrath, so I was really amazed too. I think it really, at least it felt like a toss-up. Like, I think I could have played better in some scenarios. You had a couple moto problems. But I think when it comes right down to it, it's definitely a super close match. And that's really impressive considering how lauded Caw Blade is as being this all-time standard deck, that even that type of deck struggles with Mardu Vehicles or the mechanics, I guess. So what do you think this means for standard, Richard? Does this make you feel less good about control decks in standard if Mardu Vehicles is a toss-up against the greatest control deck of standard of all time?
Yeah, I mean, your deck is not tuned to beat this deck, but it certainly raises some eyebrows. Like, we know Mardu Vehicles runs over Jeskai Copycat, and that's kind of like a bad control deck with 8 finishers. So if you replace those 8 cards with any cards you want to beat Mardu Vehicles, will it actually get that much better? And I don't know, the fact that Scrap Heap Scrounger keeps coming back and crewing vehicles, you really need to remove the vehicles, and having 5 mana Wraths doesn't help you. So you just got to 1-for-1 and kind of get there with Gear Hulks, which I think is possible. Like, if your deck was playing Snapcaster Mages and Path to Exiles, I think you'd do a lot better. So maybe it's okay for standard. Maybe we have Torrential Gear Hulk and we actually have removal for artifacts. So maybe, but I don't know. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy to make a control deck to beat Mardu Vehicles. You probably can do it, but it's going to require a lot of testing and a lot of tight gameplay.
So the last thing I was interested in is how much having a 4-mana Wrath actually matters. And I think the answer is it matters somewhat. I think if I didn't have a 4-mana Wrath, it's very likely or possible that I would have lost at least one more of those games and then lost the match. But at the same time, even with the more powerful Wraths that we don't get in standard right now, it still wasn't game over by any means. The difference of being 1 turn faster with my Wrath wasn't just like, oh, now I'm favored in the matchup. It was like, okay, like sometimes this is really good and important when you have creature heavy draws. Other times it really didn't do anything. So do you have any thoughts on that, Richard? Do we need 4-mana Wraths back in standard, or is it just not really that relevant because of how the vehicles deck works?
The deck is so resilient that it can play through a Wrath. What the extra turn gets you is you don't... I need to actually slow down, right? Because if I know if your Wrath's coming on turn 5, I can actually just dump my hand and hope you die before then. But knowing that your Wrath is coming down on turn 4, I have to play conservatively. So it does change the way I play. Like you said, it's like a slight upgrade. A 4-mana Wrath is slightly better, but it's not an auto-win. It's not like you have 4-mana Wraths and suddenly you can destroy all aggro decks. The aggro decks in standard now are quite resilient, so it ups your percentage points a bit, and I don't think it's an auto-win. Do we need 4-mana Wraths in standard now? I don't think so. I don't think it really changes that much. It gives you a few percentage points. It's like having, Lightning Bolt instead of Fatal Push. Like, it's slightly better, but it's not gonna change like everything. So yeah, I think 5-mana Wraths is okay, especially since we have Fumigate and stuff that actually give you some kind of upside for that extra turn.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment of it. I guess I definitely think that it wouldn't just be game over for Mardu Vehicles or the solution for control decks if they had a 4-mana Wrath. They're just, at least in this matchup and in this standard, it's just not that impactful. It's not as impactful as you would think, that extra turn. So Anyway, that was fun. Thanks for taking the time to hang out and do it, Richard. And thanks to everyone for tuning in to watch it. Hopefully it was enjoyable. Anyway, make sure to let us know in the comments. Did you like this? Kind of different content, battling some historic decks for science to kind of test it out. So let us know what you think. Thank you very much for watching, and we will talk to you soon.